players went into the clubhouse. They were watching the Braves-Marlins game on the TV. Probably half of the lower bowl stayed, and they all congregated right behind the Nats dugout. And they had the Marlins and Braves game up on the Jumbotron. Well, our fans started doing the tomahawk chop in the 9th inning. And then the organist started playing it too. And then as they started doing that, the Braves tied the game up with a single in the bottom of the 9th. The crowd went nuts.
That's awesome.
That's insane. You don't see that.
Yeah.
It's a very strange situation, and it's cool that Masson stayed with it and recorded the whole thing. And then when the Braves won in the 11th with a walk-off homer, the shot of the Nats team was crazy, and the shot of the stands was crazy. And then they came out. It's just, honestly, I'm not going to use that as my favorite moment, but it was one of my favorite moments of the year.
Yesterday was the first time we've clinched a division with a win at home.
Yeah.
Because the last time we lost and still clinched by whoever lost, and then we clinched with wins on the road both times. So that's pretty exciting. I wish I was there. That would have been cool. I definitely would have stayed.
Would have been cool to be at, for sure.
But as far as the season goes,
you asked this question.
I know. Anthony Rendon's 3-homer game, I think, is pretty cool. Everybody was saying that he wasn't the same, and then he had a 3-homer game, and ever since then he's been an MVP candidate.
That's a good one. I'm going to go with Zim starting the year the way that he did.
Well, carrying it.
I mean, he did slump, but he's going to end the year around 300.
Yeah.
With 35 home runs probably. But just for him to have that time where he was the talk of baseball, he's a guy who's put in the work, and he deserves to be the talk of baseball. And so for him to get his just month or so in the limelight, that was awesome. Yeah. Because you won't find a better guy in all of baseball. And so it was cool for him to have that opportunity. So that's going to be my moment of the year, was just when he was just everything that he saw. He was hitting over the fence or into a gap.
Worst moment of my year, Adam Eaton getting hurt so early. That guy came out with a torrid pace himself. I still think he's going to be back. I saw rumors about the playoff roster already, and he's not included, which I'm sure that'll be a last-minute thing, October 1st.
I don't think he or Bryce will be there for the NLDS.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance.
Adam Eaton was jumping around, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but my question is, with Michael A. playing the way that he's playing, how do you take him out of the lineup?
Well,
how?
I mean, he is scorching hot right now.
Yeah.
My guess is he'll probably cool off, but let's hope not, because he could. The way he's hitting right now and the way he's playing center field, he's carrying the ball
team.
club, because we're not playing everybody. Some of our normal guys are cold. So, yeah, he's pretty much carrying the team. So
he is the team.
If Adam Eaton came back today, I'd say you just got to wait on it. But coming down the playoffs.
Well, if he came back today, I'd say go ahead and get some reps, because
right.
we clinched.
But going down the stretch in the playoffs, you're going to want those. I know how Dusty is. You're going to want those names in the lineup.
100%.
Which is reasonable. That's why Jason Worth will start in left.
Exactly.
Just to have that star-packed lineup, just to see the names on the sheet, just to have the talk on Fox Sports or whatever they call the games on. I don't even remember, TBS or whatever.
Yep. Well, I mean, playoff roster right now would be Wieters at the plate, Wieters behind the plate, Zim at first, Murphy at second, Trey at short, Rendon at third, Howie in left, MAT in center, and Worth in right.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problems with that lineup.
No.
I think that's a winning lineup.
And then Goodwin, Defoe, Severino, Lobaton on the bench, and
Goodwin's done for the season.
Has he
officially? He's ruled out for the rest of the year.
I didn't see that. Well, darn. Then I guess we're going to run a short bench and stack some pitchers.
Who did you say our bench was?
Defoe.
Yeah?
Goodwin, but then you said Severino, Lobaton, and who else did I say?
I don't know.
Did I say anybody else?
I don't think you said Adam Lind.
Right, I missed Adam Lind. He's got to be on there, obviously.
Yeah, I think he'll be on there.
But that's what We might run a 4-man bench.
Deaza,
I wouldn't keep him.
I would. For defensive purposes, 100% I would. You have a 2-run lead going into the 9th inning. You do not want Worth in right field. You put Deaza in right field.
You put Defoe in right field.
No, you don't. You don't put an infielder in the outfield in the playoffs. Anyway, that's probably a subject for a different
Victor
time.
Robles is going to make the team.
Do you think he'll be part of the 25-man playoff roster?
If Bryce Harper's not on,
I don't.
I think he will be. That
Maybe.
guy's ready
I
to
hope.
play.
I hope so.
The guy's.
I mean,
ready to
I
play.
would like that, but I mean, you got to think though. There's a lot of guys who could make the playoff roster. Adrian Sanchez, Andrew Stevenson.
No, Adrian Sanchez could. He puts together good at bats. That kid can hit.
Yeah,
100%, and he's gonna. I think he's gonna stick around for a long time. Whether it's with us or somebody else, he'll find an everyday role because that guy just got to stick.
He's big league ready.
Got to stick.
Yeah, 100%. But let's continue this.
Yeah, 4-man starting rotation, but continue to.
Let's continue this. Let's go into our whole playoff roster sometime later this week. We'll do a playoff breakdown.
Cool. Yeah.
Even though we're
not playing the rest of the year.
Yeah. Oh, we do got to preview that
We
Dodgers
are playing
series.
the Dodgers series, though. I guarantee it.
But anyway, right now it's time for.
Tobacco, rappo, tobacco, rappo. Tobacco, rappo, tobacco, rappo. Shout out to Chris Yansan.
And we back. I don't know, Corey. I don't know about this.
I haven't gotten any. I asked around. I have 0 rankings to go off of. Oh!
You okay?
I just bit my lip so hard.
Ooh, top 3 small things that are the most painful experiences that you will ever encounter.
Oh. All right, my number 1 is stepping on a Lego.
Oh, come on! I thought it was good. Come on! Okay. All right, yeah, obviously. Stepping on a Lego is number 1. Yes. Okay. My number 1, stubbing your pinky toe into a wall when you're not expecting it, or a chair, or anything. Your pinky toe hit something.
Jack always goes down.
I crumple to the ground. It's an experience that I would not wish on my worst enemy. Because when you really, really ram your pinky toe into something, whoo, it's just, okay. All right, go ahead.
It's not necessarily a hangnail, but you know when you bite your fingernails, normally your thumbs, too far, and you pull back the entire skin on one side of it. That thing, normally for me, they get infected and they just like blister up, and they pop for weeks, and they hurt so bad. They become like green and black on my thumb. I just keep a piece of tape over it for like 2 weeks. Dude, that is the worst pain.
Yep. All right, number 2, biting your tongue.
And I've never bit my tongue. I mean,
all right, this is coming from the guy who literally one time bit through his tongue.
Well, that was playing a sport. That was contact. I've never, bit my tongue. I'm not just sitting here and biting it. I actually had somebody, hit the top of my head and my tooth went through my tongue.
Nobody intentionally bites their tongue, Corey. You don't intentionally step on a Lego. You don't intentionally stub your toe into a wall. You don't intentionally, whatever your other one was. Bite so far, down it. People bite their tongue.
Okay.
It's something that happens, and it's an incredibly painful experience because you're not sure whether you just severed your tongue off. Whether you'll ever be able to talk again. Whether you'll ever be able to talk again.
Dude, that was difficult when I put my tooth through my tongue.
Yeah.
I was drinking through straws. I couldn't do anything. My number 3 worst little thing. Probably a bad paper cut.
Oh! I hadn't even thought of
sting.
paper cuts.
They just sting. Anything you do, they sting. Whether you use hand sanitizer or something, it just burns always. Mm-hmm. Especially in between your thumb or your index fingers. Mm-hmm. Bad.
I'm going to go with, this one's more annoying than painful, But when you sleep wrong and your back/neck gets like a crick in it for the whole next day, and there's just certain actions and motions you can't do or else it's excruciatingly painful. Like you can't stand up without it like grabbing, without everything grabbing. So then you're sitting on the toilet having a nice relaxing number 2 and you're like, I can't get up. It's going to be so painful to get up. And you're like, I can't even lean.
Or your neck, and you have to turn your entire body.
Yeah, literally, your neck is stiffened up, and you know that if you look to your left, it's going to be hell to pay, so you have to just constantly be like one of those like bodybuilders who can't move their neck because they're so muscular. Ooh, that hurts. Mm-hmm. That was a good one. That was a good little impromptu ranking. Okay. All right. Now, you know what it's time for. Your favorite thing in the whole world. Yep. Not muting the mics. We're live.
Husker will, Husker won't. If I had one wish,
Yep.
it'd be that Corey didn't suck so much at this. Shout out to Bailey
My
Herman.
favorite, most type I get for any segment ever. It's the Husker Do's and Husker Don'ts. I don't really know what my Husker Do's and Husker Don'ts are.
What should the perspective be?
Exactly. Husker Do's.
Husker do, Husker don'ts. What to do with your paycheck?
Okay.
What to spend your paycheck on?
Well, what to do with your paycheck?
Yeah.
Husker, don't spend all your paycheck. I think that was pretty easy.
Yep, fair enough. Okay, we go Husker do. Put aside some portion of it for yourself for spending money. Give old Shooter, give old Buddy Boy, give old Joe, old pal, old Sal, his dues. You know, you worked hard for that money. You gotta get yourself something nice. Get yourself a big old steak. Get yourself a big old sack of pudding. Get yourself a new pair of shoes. Get yourself a new gaming system. That's a lot. That's a big paycheck. Get yourself a TV. Get yourself a car.
Okay.
You know,
we're really climbing up the ladder.
Depending
now.
on how much you get paid, that's get yourself something nice.
Yeah, so to kind of echo that, my Husker do is Husker do take care of your responsibilities first, such as bills. Keep your phone running, because if you don't pay your bill, pay for your car. Make sure you got gas in your car. Pay your rent. Rent is good. Electricity and AC and
Very important.
heat.
Very important. More important than you'd realize. You really realize how much you need all that stuff when the companies shut it off.
So, Husker do, before spending money on yourself, take care of what needs to be done. That's normally once a month. So the rest of the month, you got the money to spend. But take care of it when you can.
Husker, don't lose your paycheck. If you get a hard check, maybe just go straight to the bank and deposit that baby.
Has this happened to you before, buddy?
I had to request a new paycheck one time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was when I got a check from refereeing youth basketball, and I don't know where it is still to this day.
Whoever finds it, probably not very lucky, because I'm sure it wasn't too expensive.
It was like a $400 check.
Okay, all right, decent.
But it was made out to me, so nobody else can use it.
True, good point.
And I can't use it anymore, even if I found it, because I got a new one. That was a long time ago. So just keep track of your money in general. Don't lose your money. It's a good rule of thumb. Anyway, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I had a final thought earlier, and I don't remember what it is, because this is what happens every episode. I always think of things to say, and I never am able to say it. So, Redskins, please get a running game. Or don't. Or abandon it completely. Nationals, play the Syracuse Chiefs the rest of the month.
Yep.
And, follow us on Twitter at DC Sports Daily. You can just